Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are back with a very special day today. What day is it today, Kels?
It's House of the Dragon Day.
It's House of the Dragon Day, which means we're finally getting season 2. We're both massive book fans, so we cannot wait to see what season 2 has in store for us. And I think I've waffled enough, and I think it's time we watch season 2, episode 1, A Son for a Son. I have not been more excited during a HBO intro, I think, ever.
When's supposed to be?
New intro. This is so much better. It's so much better.
Yeah, I like
This version. Like, I'm sorry. That's bending the knee.
Had a new theme. I still wish they had made their own theme.
Yeah.
I do like this book.
That's Maegor on the throne. Kingswood? North. It's the Ravens flying to
Dark theme.
We're seeing Winterfell, 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 we're seeing Winterfell.
Sacrifice.
That's Cregan.
It eclipses all things,
Oh,
even blood. All men of honor must pay its price. The North must stand ready.
we're about to see the Night's Watch when it was like held by actual good men.
Oh, yeah.
Winter is coming.
From the skies and shivers my bones. Death.
Okay, they're keeping that in. White Walker themed.
I have thousands of greybeards who've already
Mate, they're including that.
Urgent
Oh,
news
no.
from Dragonstone.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, God.
Fly with me. It is a command.
Would that you were the king.
I reckon they're going to, like, pull something out like a dragon's wing. I don't think they'll find his body, but...
Yeah, he got pretty chomped.
That's Alan of Hull, I believe. He's been confirmed. Although, where is his brother?
I had this commission for Prince Viserys.
I didn't...
Sorry to hear about your heir's death.
I didn't even consider the effect this could have on Corlys, to be honest, because that's his heir, and he was close to him as well.
If it'll please you, much to do.
They tell me that you're the one that dragged my body out of the sea.
Is that when he had the
Only my
fever?
duty.
I am indebted
Ah,
to you, Alan.
I think I know where this might go. Kels, because you recall in the book that it said that they are either, and quick fire and blood spoilers here, that they are bastard children of either Laenor or Corlys. I reckon he's just going to make him his heir because he owes his life to him.
Mommy, Alan.
I've already seen Daddy's house this episode. I don't think I can get any better.
Kevin,
Hello? Is that,
no, that mommy's getting off. I think
is that Chris?
I think it is. Yep. Oh, what?
Well, now we know how he stayed in the King's Guard. Not to be...
Mommy's getting off. Mommy's actually...
To be honest, I'm not surprised. Like, given how they left off in episode 10, like, I'm really not surprised. I wonder how long this has been going on for. He's a very jolly man going to war.
Our letters to the Vale and to the north continue to go unanswered. Thank you.
No more talking for you.
Your Grace, you must not put yourself at risk.
And Vhagar is needed here to deter Rhaenyra from attacking, in retribution for the death of her son.
Yeah, back off, mate. That's our access word. Oh, it's his clothes on it.
There's the twink next to him. Hello? Twink come.
Welcome back, Dolores Tyrell.
Hugh, Your Grace.
Hugh Hammer.
You shall be paid, and paid well.
Look at his face. He's walking back up to the couch.
You have my most sincere gratitude, Your Grace.
I'll hear the next petition.
House of the Dragon's a company, I'm telling you.
Honestly, mate, you're not wrong. And I reckon she's pissed now.
Oh, yeah.
Understandably so. I don't know why, but I thought she was Daenerys for a second. I think it might have been the hair.
She's dissociating. She's not there.
No.
I want Aemond Targaryen.
Understandably so.
In your years as merchant of gossip, you surely accumulated spies.
Merchant of gossip.
Yeah, well, Larys got rid of all of them, so good luck with that.
Not cheese.
In your thrall, but no longer.
Seemingly.
A transaction then.
And Lord Kraken Stark
His voice is breaking, bless him.
promised 2,000 men.
They're planning Battle of Rook's Rest, I believe.
She holds love for our enemy.
Yay.
That makes her a fool.
Might as well.
Win. I will.
Might as well. Might as
Win. I win. I turn. Side note, he looks so much like Elder Man right now, it's kind of driving me insane.
He does a little bit.
Related. Unrelated, but I'm not stressed at all, it's fine.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing to be stressed about. This is just they're having a nice.
It's like a grand old time right now.
This is actually the trailer for the guided tour of the set. That's exactly.
Oh, yeah. We did this last year. We're reliving it again. The tour.
It's the behind the scenes. Oh.
Who the fuck is she?
She's the queen, she is.
I have a necklace. It's of great value.
That's not a son. Hold him down.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God.
What happened?
They killed the boy.
Well, that was the first episode. I mean, it wasn't exactly an.
I lost track how many times I cried. It's fine.
I can't lie. I'm impressed. I want to. If you don't mind, there's one thing in particular. I'm really glad they didn't fumble. I'm glad they went with the approach that it wasn't necessarily the blacks that facilitated the murder of a child. Or like, so specifically Daemon went, or it wasn't Daemon himself that did. Because my whole interpretation, again, you can see this, I did a video talking about my theories and predictions for this season. You can go find that on my YouTube. It's deliberately left vague in the books. Like, you don't, it's said kind of Daemon said something to Mysaria hired them, and it's never really been made clear what the specific instructions were, but it's clear now that it was kill Aemond, son for a son. They just went, we can't get Aemond, son for a son. And it was, yeah, I mean, it was quite a lot. I mean, yeah. What did you think of Blood and Cheese? To be honest, I was expecting it to be a little bit more emotionally.
Or fucking Helena.
Oh, 100%. I think we're going to see more of her kind of spiraling in the next few episodes because she was just in shock.
That was pure motherly shock of, okay, I need to get my other kid out of here, and I still haven't fully processed what's happened.
No, she just meant the boy's dead, and that's where the episode ends. Like, I think the only slight disconnect I feel with the books is that in the books, at least again, I'm not saying this like the books is a true telling. We all know that Fire and Blood is a historical account. It's depicted a little bit more kind of emotions in the moment, just like kind of screaming, crying, kind of that kind of thing. So this was a very different take on it, and I honestly think I might prefer it. I need to give it a second watch there.
Screaming and crying would have attracted people.
Yeah, that's the true thing, and they probably would have just killed her at that point so they could get away. But I mean, what got me was the fucking soaring in the background. Like, they've killed the kid, and then just you can just hear it. It's like, oh god.
And he was so cute. He was so cute.
They went out of their way to add that at the beginning of the episode because they knew exactly what they were doing with the second half. I refuse to believe otherwise. Other things to talk about in this episode, however, I mean, most of it's pretty depressing.
Alicent is mommy.
Alicent's whole thing with Kristen, I was surprised they went down that route. Because, like, it's one thing, so, like, at the end of season 1, they kind of hinted at it with the whole, like, you know, all the things you feel for me as your queen. Like, that's kind of like an, all right, must be something going on there. And how do we open? Kristen's eating a pussy. That's the first.
You know what?
So, it's
Mom
like,
was getting it.
To be honest, she would have had, what, 20 years
She wasn't getting it
Viserys?
she was not getting it from, honestly, she was not getting anything from Viserys. So you know what? She's getting it now.
The only thing I was slightly saddened that we didn't see was I would have liked to see Alicent's initial reaction to Lucerys, the news of Lucerys' death. Like, I think we knew we knew really kind of what happened through just the kind of vibes they were giving off with each other and the kind of dynamic that they ended up having, which I think did differ from how we saw in season 1. Although we didn't get a great deal of time in season 1, you could tell by the change in their dynamic that something had changed there. But you couldn't really. I think it would have been nice to see. But otherwise, I mean, I haven't even talked about the Winterfell stuff. How else do you open a season?
Dark theme.
How else?
Dark.
Raven through the woods. Stark theme. Winterfell. Lord of the North. How better do you start a season? You do not start a season better than that with a Lord of Winterfell. I wonder if we're going to see Cregan again this season. I don't think we will. Like, it's odd because, again, kind of going into the book very kind of roughly, he kind of shows up after everything's kind of all done, and other than his meeting with Lucerys, and we haven't seen Jane Arryn yet, and we know that Lucerys is treated with Jane Arryn, so I'm wondering when we're going to see her, because it's been revealed that I think the actress's name was Amanda Collins is playing Jane Arryn, and it's been announced that they're doing it, that she's playing the role, but they've not, like, I don't know where she's going to fit into the story. I mean, I'm interested to see that. I mean, there was a clear planning of the Battle of Rook's Rest, so I think that means we're going to see it in the next 2 episodes. But yeah, other than that, Kels, any particular thoughts going through your brain about the episode, or?
No, I'm just thinking about how hot Alicent is right now.
One thing we didn't talk about, Aegon. He was fantastic this episode.
He's just a little bitch, and I love Tom Glencarny so much. Tom's killing it.
He's doing a really good job. To be honest, at the end of season 1, there was nothing really that made Aegon that likable to me. Because what did you have him do? You have him be a bit of an arse to his little brother. Admittedly, it was kind of funny, but at the same time, he's being a bit of an arse. Then you had him raping a woman, and then just kind of being a bit mopey. But then in season 2, within 5 minutes you're laughing at him because he's actually it's just he's just funny. He brings a lot of comedic relief. I think unfortunately that's going to switch up the second we get past this episode, given what's happened to Jaehaerys. Like, there's no way that he's going to be okay with the death of his firstborn son and the heir apparent following him. So yeah, I'm mainly interested to see what's going on with Helena, and how they're going to choose to kind of go along with that. But yeah, I mean, if you're more interested in hearing any predictions that I may have for the rest of the season, I did do a YouTube video on it. I will have it linked in the bio, but you can find it on my channel. It's pretty easy to get to. But no, I think that's more or less it. I mean, to be honest, it's late. This is a very late time for the episode to release, and we're both quite tired. Otherwise, I think we both would be like, "Oh my god, oh." But it's pretty late.
We're during the episode. We're just right now.
It's pretty late. So.
I'm also just still in shock. But it's
True. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that will be all for today's reaction of House of the Dragon Season 2, Episode 1. Thank you all so much for watching. And be sure to come back for Episode 2 next week, as I'm sure it will be equally fantastic. And I think we're going to see a lot more kind of grief. And I think it's going to focus a lot more on the aftermath of what we've just seen. So please be sure to tune into that. But yeah, that'll be all for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.